Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I thought I would do an autumn inspired makeup look. I say makeup look because I always say in these videos I'm not an expert, I'm not a makeup artist, I just like wearing makeup and I like sharing my looks with you. So I did this last year and it was more of a berry lip and copper eyes look, so I thought this year I would do a plum and rose gold inspired makeup look because I love plums during autumn time, but I also saw recently that rose gold is a big trend for makeup this year, so I thought I'd incorporate the two and do a rose gold and plum inspired makeup look for autumn. So that's what you're going to see today. I really hope you find this useful and that you enjoy it, and let's get on into the video. So to start off with, I'm going to be using the YSL To foundation in the shade BR10, and I'm just going to be stippling this on my face using the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge, which I've already dampened. Now you will notice I've got a little bit of a blemish on my forehead, a little bit of a hormonal breakout. Please ignore that, it is just part of life which we have to get along with. So I'm just going to be stippling the foundation on there as well, and I'm going to be pressing really lightly there because I don't want to rub off any of the colour corrector that I've already done on there. So I'm just going to be pressing that onto my face and gently sweeping it across just to blend it into my hairline. Now for concealers, I'm going to be using a combination of two concealers. First of all, I'm going to be using the Bourjois Radiance Reveal Concealer under my eyes, and then for my blemish and any uneven areas of my face, I'm going to be using the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer because this is more of a skin matching concealer and it's less highlighting than the Bourjois one is. And I'm just going to be dabbing that onto my face using the same Real Techniques sponge. And I'm just going to keep dabbing that onto my face until I've blended in the concealer. I'm pressing more lightly on the area where I've got the blemish because again I don't want to rub away any concealer, I really want to conceal this, so very light dabbing motions on anywhere you've got spots I'd recommend, don't press too hardly. Now for powder, I'm going to be using the NYX HD Studio Finishing Powder, and I'm going to be taking this onto my damp beauty blender. I swear this is a really good hack, and I'm just going to be pressing that onto my under eye area, and this is a baking technique and it will set my concealer in place so that it won't run off or crease throughout the day, and it is really good, it actually works, I love this trick. Now for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Soap & Glory Solar Powder. Now this is a really nice light matte bronzer and it's two-toned, and I'm going to be applying this using the Ecco Tools powder brush, and I'm just going to add that to the areas that the sun would naturally hit, so the top of my forehead, the top of my cheeks, and then I'm also going to be adding a little bit of this onto my brush and then just sweeping it over the rest of my face just to blend everything in because I am quite pale naturally, so I just want to make sure that I don't have any harsh lines of bronzer afterwards. But this is a really good bronzer. I'd recommend it if you've got quite pale skin. This is really nice and the colour match is great. Then for contour, I'm going to be taking my beloved Charlotte Tilbury Film Start Bronze and Glow contour set. I absolutely love this. You can see me kissing it there, it's just like my baby. And I'm taking that on a MAC 168 contour brush, and I'm going to just be applying that to the hollows of my cheeks, and I do this by sucking in my cheeks so look like a fish and then just buffing that onto the hollows of my cheeks, and then afterwards I will just blend it upwards slightly just to make sure that it's just blended nicely and then it merges in with my face. And I'm also going to be adding some of that to the jawline as well. And then after that I'm just going to be applying some of the highlighter shade to the tops of my cheekbones. This is a really nice matte highlighter, so it just gives me a little bit of dimension to my face, but this is not going to be the only highlighter I use because I'm going to be using more of a glowy highlighter next. Now onto highlighter, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Illuminated highlighter in the colour Aurora, and now this is a beautiful shimmery rose gold pinkish colour. It's absolutely stunning, and I'm buffing that onto the tops of my cheekbones and to the brow bone and to the cupid's bow using my Real Techniques fan brush, and it's just a really beautiful colour. And then onto my blusher, I'm going to be using the Nars Sin Blusher. Now this is really pretty, it's like a mauvey colour, and I'm going to be using that with a Ecco Tools blusher brush, but this is a very pigmented shade, and especially if you've got pale skin, a little goes a long way, and even then it can be a bit too much, so I'd recommend being quite economical with the amount you put onto your brush. And then afterwards I just went over it with my powder brush by Ecco Tools just to soften it up a bit. Then I'm taking the Browcote Clear Brow Gel for my eyebrows, and I'm just going to be adding that to my eyebrows to keep them in place before I fill them in a little bit. And this is a really good brow gel because it does keep them in place and it does help them stay in place all day. Then for my brows, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade in the colour Taupe, and I'm going to be applying this to my brows using a little angled brush by Real Techniques. Now this is just really great because it's quite quick to use. It really does add definition and fullness to your brows. It's just a really simple brow product to use, and I have to say I've been really liking this because my brows are getting a little bit on the light side. I need to go and get them tinted, so this is a lifesaver when they are getting a little bit light in colour and you need to go and get them done. Then onto my eye makeup. First of all, I'm going to be adding some tape to stop me from getting any fallout or any mistakes, because I'm going to be using dark plum colours, and I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Artist Palette, and the first colour I'm going to be using from that palette is called Guava, and it's just a really pretty light pink with a little bit of a shimmer running for it. And I'm just going to be popping that onto my socket and to the lid, and this is going to act as my transitional shade when I use the darker colours. And I'm just applying that using a MAC 224 brush, which is a really nice fluffy brush, and just going backwards and forwards in windshield wiper motions just to blend that colour into my socket line. I'm then going to be taking the Urban Decay eyeshadow in the colour Chopper, which is this really beautiful rose gold colour, and I'm going to be applying that all over the lid using the Ecco Tools eye shading brush. Now this is a really beautiful colour because it's got this lovely iridescence running through it, and it's a really warm tone of rose gold, and I just think it will really complement the plum tones that I'm going to be using for this eye makeup look. Then I'm just going to be blending that with the same MAC 224 brush. I always go back and blend after each stage of my eyeshadow just to make sure that I blend everything nicely and that it all bleeds into each other. I'm then going to be taking the shade Cœur Royal, which is a really beautiful dark plum colour. Now I do apologise, the camera did go out of focus for this bit here, I don't know why. But anyway, I'm just running that colour through the crease using a MAC 217 brush just to give it that nice smokiness and just to really blend everything in. Then I'm going to be taking the shade Truffle, which is a really nice warm brown tone, and just adding a tiny bit of that to the outer corner. And then I'm just going to be blending that all in with the same MAC 224 brush. Then for my highlighter shade, I'm going to be taking the shade in Sparkling Dewdrops, and this is a really beautiful, iridescent, very, very pale moonstone kind of pearly pink, I'd call it. It's really pretty and it looks lovely on the brow bone, and I'm also going to be popping that on the inner corner as well. I'm then just going to curl my lashes. Then for mascara, I'm using the Clinique Chubby Lash in the colour Plum, which is a really beautiful colour, and I just absolutely love this for autumn time. And if you can't wear plum mascara in autumn, then honestly, when can you wear it? I'm just going to be applying that to the top and bottom lashes, making sure to coat everything so that I don't have any natural lashes showing through. And then afterwards I just take my brow brush and then just run it through the lashes just to separate them so I don't get any clumpiness. Then for my lips, I'm going to be taking this Berry M lip liner in the colour 7, which is in Plum, I believe, and it's a really beautiful dark plum, and it's really good quality and it has really good staying power. And I'm going to be outlining my lips and then also bringing it in a little bit so I can blend it in nicely with my saturated colour lip brush. And with darker colours, I would recommend using a lip liner first because they can be a little bit messy to use and they can bleed out a little bit, so a lip liner never does go amiss, and the Berry M ones are really good quality, and this is probably one of my favourite lip liners for autumn. Then I'm going to be taking the Decay Vice lipstick in the shade Moshpit, which is a really beautiful dark plum colour, and I am just going to be adding that to my lips using the same saturated colour lip brush just to blend it all in with the lip liner. And I usually take my time and get a little bit of the product onto the brush and then apply it to my lips, and I just keep doing that until I've filled in the entirety of my lips. And that is it. That is my finished autumn inspired makeup look. So that concludes my autumn inspired makeup look for this year today, guys. I really hope you liked it and that you found it useful. Do let me know in the comments what your favourite makeup products are for autumn, whether that be your favourite lipstick for autumn or your favourite eyeshadow. I really like to hear what you guys have to say. Also, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and let me know what you think about these kind of videos. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!